Hey there, everyone, it's Thakard, and welcome back to Skoso's Adventures through Star Wars Galaxies. So, recently, we finally finished the droid factory, the operational droid factory. We completed it last time. That was a very good feeling. Glad we did that. Today, we are going to step away from the HK stuff, though. We've done so much HK recently, that whole line, that we are going to step away for just a bit, and we are going to do the mission Symbiosis. Symbiosis is the last part of the mission. We need to start off the Fates of the Galaxy quest. So, that is what we are going to do today, which means we are headed down into the lava fields out south here. So they're harvesting something out here. Wonder what it is.
I think it's a gemstone, I think.
Oh, okay. Not many of them, so it can't be that great. You know it's a good one by how many people are out here. You know?
Right. I don't know what they're harvesting, but that gemstone's dead, so.
Oh, it could be people that just haven't, you know, they're still AFK.
There is another crystalline gemstone, and it's okay. It's not the greatest, but it's okay.
I can't remember where we're going for this. I don't have a waypoint on this one, so if you want to... I know you have waypoints for everything. But I thought it was out this direction, like kind of near the bottom there. I mean, we're literally looking for a bag out here in the middle of nowhere. Figured we'd go to the southern shoreline, take a look.
I would suggest turning left.
That's where I'm headed.
More left. My intuition tells me to head straight.
Ah, your intuition, eh?
Suddenly I'm saying turn left, then straight.
I'm gonna confuse them.
More west.
It's on the coast, isn't it?
I don't know. Turn around.
You are such a bad liar.
Turn around. You're going the wrong way. I feel you're going the wrong way. Turn around.
Just gonna go in circles now. Well, you said go to the west, so I went to the west. You meant east, didn't you?
Now I mean northeast.
Well, northeast isn't that much closer to west either.
Dead ahead. I feel it's dead ahead.
Oh boy. So glad the Force is with this, man. We would just be completely lost if it wasn't.
I feel it's due right.
Isn't it by the
I see a bag on the floor, mysteriously.
a mysterious
all
bag?
these dead treasure hunters.
You know? I thought it was on the edge of the lava. I guess I was misremembering. Okay, inside the bag you find several test tubes with a slow floating fluid inside them. One has is broken open, and the goo coming out of it has small black things floating around in it, like tiny pearls or eggs. You probably shouldn't touch it. Maybe the corpses nearby will be... Man, you had to touch the corpses, didn't you?
It told me to. I didn't know that would happen.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought it was going to give us like a map to go somewhere else.
So your idea was people that got killed by being exposed to some type of fluid, I'm going to poke them with a stick and hope that they give me a map?
Yeah, or a waypoint or something. Maybe they had it in their back pocket or something. And
Okay then. Right. A virus? Question mark? Are you still clicking on things?
of course I am. I'm a curious frog.
Ugh. Curiosity killed the frog. Those two creatures burst out of the corpse. You are examining it. You should take care of the test tubes and throw them in the lava.
I didn't spawn those two.
I did when I talked to this guy. This guy continued my mission. Dangerous indeed.
We got throwing them in the lava. Is that what we got to do? Or what do we do?
It says dangerous indeed. And that looks like it's a waypoint. Waypoint. Doesn't really give me a waypoint. I'm assuming there is one. I hope it's just not like that one for the crystal was like, the crystal's like, hey, can you toss me in the lava from this bridge? You know? Maybe I can just go over here to the lava and do it from right here. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be nice? Go right here. We'll go purple ice. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Well, obviously this isn't where we're supposed to be. Those two, you should take the test tubes and throw them in the lava before a plague infests the entire planet. All right? Wonder which lava we're supposed to throw them into. This might require a look at the wiki.
Never. I'll see if I have an intuition here in a moment.
Oh, okay. Yes, your intuition. Uh-huh.
I sense it's here.
What do you mean you sense it's here?
I don't know. I just have a strong intuition that there's a waypoint here we're supposed to travel to.
Let me ask you a question. Did you actually say pick up the things from the thing?
Maybe we forgot to pick up the bag.
I mean, that might be a possibility.
Did you pick up the bag? I did not pick up the bag.
Well, I didn't think I had to pick up the bag. Can we pick up the bag?
Yes, I picked up the bag.
All right, I picked up the bag.
Now it's giving me a waypoint over here. Which my intuition was right. Oh, I forgot you. Sorry.
Typical frog-like behavior. See that? Frogs hate lizards. You throw the doomsday tubes into the lava and watch as they sizzle, melt, and disappear into the hot liquid. Go back and search around the area to see if you can find any more clues to what happened. Look for clues.
See, I was waiting for you that time, but you
Yeah,
decided you didn't want to get my snazzy mobile.
Nope. Smells like frog. Corpse does not want to converse with me. Why not?
There's a dead guy up here.
I see it. I see it.
Oh, I have an ethereal spirit.
Inside the treasure hunter's jacket, you also find a strange sword wrapped up in cloth. You decide that, you've done what you can here, and content with having destroyed the test tubes to avoid these parasites spreading any further. Oh, I got the Collar of Storms. So nice. Oh, what did you do?
Same thing is about to happen to you. Those are mean.
They're not nice.
I wasn't expecting to get mobbed by people when my little spirit came. Ben did nothing to help me.
Well, he's non-corporeal. He's unperson. You know what I didn't do? I didn't grab more. Someone didn't give me my stems. Someone said, "Hey, should I grab stems for you?" And I was like, "Sure, grab stems for me." And then he didn't give me the stems. Not saying it's the same exact person that refused to give me a ride, but it is the same exact person that refused to give me a ride.
You know what else that same exact person forgot to do? You said stems for themselves.
Okay.
It's been a long day in Frogland, okay?
You know. All right. J. Return. Okay. Well, all right.
I gotta go rebuff. Evil spider things. Now I know why you don't like spiders.
Use. Da 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 da. Ethereal spirit. Verse. I am in dire need of your assistance, Skoso. I have been watching you for some time, hoping that you would be the one I could entrust with this difficult task. Who are you? Who I am is not of any importance. What I need help with, on the other hand, may affect the future of the entire galaxy. What would I call you? You can call me Ben. Now, let me continue, please. Okay. I'm not sure how much of this planet's history you have uncovered, but I'll tell you what I know. Thousands of years ago, long before my time, there was a large chapter of Jedi Knights located here. The planet was a center of Jedi information and artifacts, which attracted the vicious Sith. All right. I've learned some of this. Go on. The Jedi and Mustafar uncovered a magnificent crystal of unknown origin. It was as tall as a tower, and the Jedi quickly discovered that it was attuned to the Force within them. When news of a impending Sith invasion reached them, they desperately began to experiment with the crystal, hoping to find a way to use it to their defense. I'm assuming that didn't go well. You are correct, my friend. The Jedi believed they could channel their powers through the crystal and dampen the Sith's power while strengthening their own. As the Sith warships pierced the atmosphere, the Jedi began channeling the Force through the crystal while the younger Jedi led the troops in battle. And what happened? At first, it worked perfectly. The Sith could barely use their powers at all, while the young Jedi in the field could wield more power than ever. But they hadn't had time to do enough research on the crystal and its limits. And as the battle went on, it began to crack. Close to victory, the Jedi could have stopped using it and would have still won the battle. Why didn't they? Jedi are quite wise, correct? But they have their flaws, like everyone else. Some believe that the Sith Lord, facing certain defeat, somehow corrupted the vulnerable Jedi Masters as they were channeling. The result was catastrophic. When the crystal exploded, it sent the planet itself out of its orbit and wiped out all of the Sith and Jedi. All but one, that is. Who could possibly have survived that? The elder of the Master, Urg Crow, as the crystal exploded, he managed to shield himself from some of the destruction. Clinging onto life, he found a large shard of the crystal in front of the dead masters. Amazing, what did he do? Sensing that the large shard still had tremendous power, he dragged it with him into hiding. He then spent his remaining energy using the Force to put a protective shield around it, to make sure that no other Force wielder could sense its presence. Unfortunately, Crow, dying from his injuries, wasn't as strong as he had once been, and the power of his shield has diminished over several thousand years. Then it is now unprotected and it's possible to go find it? I already have, but the forces of evil are swiftly closing in on it. You have seen them yourselves. That is why we must act quickly, Skoso. We can't let it fall into their hands. Most definitely not. In my state, I can't, which is why I need you. I wish it were as easy as us just going there right now and getting it, but there are some problems. Even though the shielding is all but gone, Crow made sure that it wouldn't be easy to gain access. He made the entrance only passable by someone with great force powers. And since you don't have that, we will have to cheat. I think my force powers are pretty awesome, okay? I mean, there's a shard of that crystal that has an unusually active soul of a Jedi trapped inside it. I'm fairly certain that we can use that shard as a key to gain entrance to the Crow's chamber. Soul trapped inside? That's horrible. Could it be the one I threw into the lava? I agree, but that's a problem we will have to wait. Understood. So where do we take the shard if we get it? Nowhere. We will destroy it, which is what Crow should have done in the first place. I think that some of the Sith's taint has touched him, and that's why he couldn't. The crystal is much too powerful to be entrusted to anyone. No one is immune to the corruption of the dark side. Trust me. Okie dokie. Where's this key? That's the tricky part. It currently is in the possession of a crazed Mustafarian. I'm not sure what's driven him to insanity, but he's become a hermit, wandering the scorched lands erratically, making him hard to track, even for me. You need to find him. All right, sure thing. Anything else? Yes, but I've thought that something might help. The Mustafarian survey droids scour the planet constantly, trying to find new resources. If you can gain access to the computer network, you might be able to find the approximate location of where the hermit was spotted last. Will the Musties help me out? That's unlikely. They are most interested in profit and would probably shrug you off as a lunatic if you tried to explain to them. You will have to find another way. I'm afraid I have urgent matters to take care of, But I will see you again, Scoso. Please be swift in solving this. We are rapidly running out of time. I will do my best. Oh, this old man will just be fine. Don't worry about me. I'm going to go meet another old dude on a swamp planet, and we're going to train a younger dude to save the galaxy.
Did he tell you you suck in the Force? Is that what he told you? No comment?
Oh, not quite enough. All right, let's go. Find the madman.
Hey.
Not saying that I was trying to put you in the lava, but the thought did cross my mind. Mouthy frog.
Y'all saw it. He tried to murder me.
You know what? I don't hear anybody coming to your defense. So, what are we doing now? It says finding a madman. What does it say? You need to find a way to access Mustafarian droid mainframe and hope that one of the droids... Alright, so I guess we're going inside. That would be my guess. We're probably using that one terminal by Milo, I would think. Oh, there's our pilot that we need to talk to. The crazy one! Alright. Now, we could have been done with this already if someone hadn't decided to Leroy Jenkins into a frickin' group of genetically modified terror spiders.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's fake news.
Well, it's not that one. Nothing in there?
There's a computer technician we're supposed to find and talk to.
Oh, okay. There's a mining terminal. The network terminal, that is. Alright. There's a computer terminal in here. What if I just beat on this? Also a technician in here. What are you doing here? I have a favor to ask. I'm really busy, so make it quick. I'm looking for someone out in the lava fields, and you were hoping that one of the droids has spotted them? That's very possible, but I can't spend my days trying to find people lost out there. I have a real job. Maybe I can use one of the computers for a minute? That is highly unusual, but the rental fee on these computers is quite steep. But I don't have to pay. But you don't have to pay. Go ahead. Just be quick so I can get back to work. How much did you have to pay?
Because I'm a frog, he let me have it for free.
Liar. How much did you have to pay?
Frog credits matter.
No, they don't. Nobody takes frog credits. They're worse than Republic credits.
500 credits. Because I'm a generous frog.
I got mine for free because I just used the Force on them. Search complete. Right?
Because you're an evil kidnapping guy.
Target acquired. We're always waiting on this frog guy. Target acquired.
What's your request say?
Says target acquired. Did you not use the computer a second time?
Maybe not.
You know, how is it that you just randomly click on stuff and get murdered by a whole bunch of spiders, and then you don't click on the thing you need to click on to continue your mission? And you do that all in the same day. You do that with all within the same 30 minutes.
I'm the comic relief here.
You keep up this comic relief much longer, I'm going to have
Okay,
some some bourbon relief, okay? I'm going to have to refill this coffee. Oh. Oh. Yes, dear, whatever you say. Apparently that's what a tourist unhappily said, or apologetically said. Unhappy tourist, but just said it apologetically.
Go ahead. You may go now.
No. Sometimes. You know, I understand how we died doing the droid army. Not quite sure how you died to a spider the size of, you know, a grapefruit. Could have just stepped on it.
I didn't actually see them. Well, you know, compared to relative size, they're like half my size.
Well, you're a frog. You eat bugs. You could have just, like, done that tongue thing that you do and just...
But
right?
I was like, oh, there's Obi-Wan. So I wasn't even looking, and before I know it, I was like on the ground. Vicious spiders are trying to bite my feet off.
You know, old Ben.
It's all his fault. Anakin was right. It's all his fault.
You know? Search area nearby. Maybe he hasn't made it too far. Hello, old guy. Old guy. Donde, old guy? Well, I'm assuming he's in the direction that Mambu's going, considering Mambu probably has a feeling, calls it the wiki feeling. All of a sudden you hear a bone-chilling wail and two fierce-looking blissmocks come charging at me. Well, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to put away the vehicle. Rah! You notice how easily I took care of these bone-chilling blissmocks? And these are like freaking velociraptor dinosaurs, okay? Not some little tiny spider.
Hey, I'm over here handling them.
You know? Just saying. Well, I'm handling 6 of them, okay?
Well, you're bigger. They're twice as big as me. So I'm handling...
Well, I got beast eyes for mine. Crazed hermit. Well, what did you do to your Acklay?
I never healed him from the other day, apparently.
Jeez. You are a bad animal keeper. Did you hurt those beautiful animals? I was forced to. They were trying to kill me. Exactly what I said as the gem was screaming at me. You don't say. This gem. Can I see it? Gem? They're everywhere. Up, down, wherever they please. I can't stand them. Always blabbering, never quiet. I have to get away. Go where it's quiet. You're not making any sense. Please calm down. You think it's easy? Hearing the curse? Oh, the noises. Make them stop. Help me? Sure. Tap, tap. Okay. No more fun left. They are quiet now. Finally. Quiet. Please, I implore you, give me the crystal. It's hurting you. Shh. I'm tired. Tired of it all. Please, no more. I can't take any more of this. I can help you. Just let me hold the gem for a second. Yes, that might be it. But no, I can't. He won't let me. He's mine, and I'm his. You don't need him anymore. You can truly be free. But who will keep the sounds away? They hurt so much, and they keep coming back. I can't do this by myself. Sure you can. You promise? Yeah, I promise. Kill him now. All right, done. Yes. Good, you have the key. We are ready to proceed. Yay. Good. This thing is strange. I don't like it at all. Yes, the Jedi trapped within is clearly in great pain, and he must have been what drove the poor Mustafarian insane. I will try to come up with a way to help free him later, but right now we have more pressing matters. I wish you hadn't killed the Mustafarian, though. He was as much of a victim as the Jedi in the crystal. Yeah, well, I didn't mean to. He just kind of died. Yeah, well, I just freaked out.
I'm so special. There's 2 ethereal spirits over here for me.
Yeah, well, you need twice the help. I understand. Sometimes violence is the only outcome, my friend. At least you did your best. Now, let's focus on the task at hand. Yes, I would like to get rid of this crystal sooner than later. Yes, the time is against us. In more ways than one, a great evil has arrived and is quickly making its way over to the chamber. Not only that, but your actions have drawn the attention of its minions, and I fear they are closing in on you as we speak. Okie dokie. It's dangerous, but we need to forge a stronger bond between you and the crystal. That would probably happen over time if you kept up, but we can't wait. On this planet there are 3 old enclaves, remains of the Jedi temples. At each of these there is a conduit that has used to link enclaves together. I'm not sure I like where this is going. I know. But I have no choice. You will have to go to each of these 3 conduits, wedge the crystal into each, and wait for the power to channel through. The first enclave is located in the northwest. The second, just to the west of Central Volcano. And the one to the east is located to the east. Very well. Be very careful, my friend. These are dangerous times. Do.
You know where you're going?
Yep. I know exactly where they all are. I know where they all are. What are you fighting now? Goodness gracious.
It's not me, it's you.
No, it's you. You started it.
Why? Because I'm Rhodian? Is that why?
Probably. You started every other fight so far today.
Well, kind of resemble that remark, but, you know.
Guess we have to go this way. Hello, Vansk. As long as I'm here, I'm going to kill Vansk. And the Kursk. Oh, look at that. It's an alive pet. Isn't that cute? I didn't know you had any pets that were alive.
I have 2 of them now. I resurrected my other one.
Does your Acklay identify as being an alive Acklay now?
I can't heal you for some reason.
Oh, I'm currently factioned. That's probably it. Alright, let me go on leave. It's what, 5 minutes? How'd you do that again?
You can't go on leave without talking to a recruiter.
Okay. Well, you go on whatchamacallit. Go live.
Wait, I have something important. Oh, I don't have any skills to teach you. Damn it! I was going to teach you Rhodian.
I don't need to learn any Rhodian. Trust me. I'm good without it.
Are you sure one's here?
Sure. May not be right here, but it's definitely at this place. Because this is the western one. And as long as we're here, I'm going to kill the curse, you know? Because I want to get whatever the glowy item is that he has, you know? I need glowy items, okay? I like the Chugandar cube. Okay. But it is over here somewhere. I wonder if it was over by that one person. Hologram with a brain. Nope.
I'm sensing this way.
This is the western one. Here it is, Shattered Conduit. Look at that, I found it all on my own. Alright, jam it in there. We have to wait for 90 seconds? Jeez. Tell you what. These Old Republic, or this is probably even pre-Old Republic. You know, these old Jedi things. They just did not have good bandwidth. 90 seconds to dial up another base? That's ridiculous. Of course, when they made this game, things were pretty bad when it came to stuff. Brotherhood, Mortalis, Mercenaries. These guys aren't very threatening, are they? I mean, if the dude is wanting to stop us, he better send a higher class of trooper after us, you know what I mean?
I do.
Is this the one where you get sent people, they send Trinity, was it, is it Trinity Assassins or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, what does your thing say that you're reading?
I'm not reading anything.
Uh-huh. Done. Take crystal. Don't forget to take the crystal back out, Bamboo. We're not driving all the way up to the northwest site for you to go, oh crap, I forgot it.
Never forget that.
Uh-huh. I would never forget. I would never do exactly that, which I have done many times before today. Goodness.
I have not done that at least 3 times on Mustafar. What are you talking about?
Oh boy. Such is the simple things in life. It got a little bit hot on the deck there for a minute.
Hello. I don't like lava baths.
Oh, they're cleaning up something fierce, though, man. Oops. That was a misclick. Sorry.
I'm too short.
Ah, jeez. Okay. I never figured out why there is the storms in this area. I think they should put storms in more areas, you know? I like the storms. Little ash storms, you know?
So where are we going? Are we going to the northwest one?
Yeah. Oh, man, look at all that lining. Holy cow. Not want to be over there right now. Not go well for us. And once we get done with this one, I'm going to travel back to Greenwater Bayou. Fast travel to the Storm Lord. Because, you know, it will save like 10 minutes or more. It's a long way to get over there, you know?
Yes, it would.
Well, while we are here, we're going to kill Hellraiser. I got the glowing droid interface. Can't remember if that's needed for anything or not. Well, it's always needed for something. I just don't know if it's worthwhile. Because there are like different versions of like the lava cannons and the different equipment, you know. Whoop. Here we go. Yeah, Bob. Hal goes down pretty easy. He's not...
Oh my god, this one's a 3-minute wait.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, here are the mercenaries. And there goes the mercenary. Wow, a pair of lava rock tongs. That's what I always wanted.
My God, I'm glad I'm not in a hurry to save the galaxy.
Seriously. Supposedly we are. Don't believe it. Hey, bro. I'm meditating. Hey, where is this guy? Oh, there he is. Visions of the past. We'll try this one. I'm going to meditate about the past. I know some of them do like crit, some of them do what, glancing, and the other one does something else.
I usually use the one that does the crit, which is I think is the future. It's the bottom one.
Well, I'm just gonna check them out. You know, why not, right?
Yep.
Why don't you meditate with me, Mambu? Oh, I think this one. Step over to your left. I think I have the. Yeah, I think this will be our whatchamacallit thumbnail for this episode. Us waiting here. Alright, so what is this? Increases chance to evade area effective attacks. Well, that's not helpful. So apparently the past sucks. The past is only good if we are fighting, you know, commandos.
I did not know I forgot that these buffs also increase your resource quality. So you would want to do that before you craft a saber.
Right, right.
I forgot about that.
Well, the belt does too.
I knew the belt does the 2-piece bonus you get from the belt or whatever, but
Right.
I did not remember these doing it.
All right, so this one is chance to bypass part of the opponent's armor by 3%. So it's strike through. So this one gives strike through. Interesting. Do any of them do glancing per se? Don't forget the crystal. Did you take your crystal?
Yes. The last thing I got is East Enclave.
All right. Happen. We're not going to go to the East Enclave, at least not directly. Just going to leave quote-unquote town. Think this is out of town? Yep. All right. Let's see. We want Droid Factory, Droid Forge. Stormlord. That's the one we want. Stormlord. Okay. By the way, we're killing the Stormlord too. If we're going to be at these places, we're going to kill them. You know?
You're just on a murderous rampage today.
They have things I want. Hey, hey, hey! Did you not just hear me? Fine, we'll start the countdown.
Why? Yeah, I figured I got out. This one's only 2-minute countdown.
Okay.
I figured it would be like 90, so I figured I might as well get it started.
5 minutes later. Hey, Stormlord. Your mama gave birth to a sissy. Stormlord. More like Drizzle Prince. You think I got him? Who do you think is harder, Stormlord or Kursk?
Stormlord.
Really? Hmm. I was thinking Kursk was harder. Of course, I guess I did try to do Kursk before I got any of my SCAs. And my new lightsaber. We get anything? Caller of the Storms. Do you know how many Caller of the Storms I have now? I got the Robes of the Stormcaller. I remember when these were actually like really, really good items. You know?
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Now you're like, huh. Oh well.
Idiot guy spawns on the other side of the wall. What the hell's the matter with him?
Crystal charged. I use my crystal? What do I do? Become one with the crystal? Why doesn't Obi-Wan want to talk to me?
Come out here on the other side of the wall. He's here.
I thought that was your ethereal spirit.
Oh, he just left. He said that Scoso guy is a son of a bitch. I don't want to say talk to him. That's what he said. I'm reporting what he said.
I'm just repeating it, man. It's I don't believe it. He just said it, you know? Try to find the spirit and find out what's next before the spirit within the shard destroys my sanity. That's the problem. Sanity's already been destroyed. We have to go back to that frickin' holocron?
Yeah, you'll have to.
All right. You know what? I have a waypoint almost like right across from that.
Where'd you go?
I'm gonna go talk to Obi-Wan.
Did you like fast travel or what?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because you're like all of a sudden like millions of miles away from me.
Oh, that's because I'm skilled. I use the Force. And I'm cruising over there on my awesome desert skiff. And then I'll be talking to Obi-Wan, and in the distance, looking all sad, will be a frog on a panning droid. Is there anything sadder than a frog on a panning droid? The answer is no, by the way. Everything is set, Scoso. Now you need to make it to the hidden chamber quickly. How do I get there? North of the central volcano is what is called the Burning Plains. In the northeast corner of the plains, you will find the entrance to the chamber. I can't come with you, but we'll meet you there. The minions of the dark are closing in on you. I will have to try and throw them off track. Okie dokie. Good luck. And maybe the Force be with you. Okay. The Force. Gotcha, Gramps. Alright, everybody, that's where we're going to call it for this episode. So we have done everything leading up to the Fate of the Galaxy Part 3. And we will continue with that next time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all later on. Goodbye. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. You guys are what makes this channel grow. So hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever I post something new or go live. And please always remember to bring it no matter what you do.